And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello everyone and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday? We're a little bit late, not because of me. I mean, it would technically have been because of me, but it decided to also just not let me start the stream after I came in from a great big poo. So, so I don't think that counts as my fault. I was almost on time anyway. Anyway, so how are we doing? What have we been up to? What have you been doing? Have you had a good weekend? I can't fucking remember what I did this weekend. I did some stuff trying to set up a PSVR 2 on a PC. I went somewhere and I did that thing where I tried to sell a thing and this time they didn't screw me around, so that was nice of them. It was a completely different shop, not staffed by amoebas. So, you know, there's that. But yeah, I've just realised I haven't got fucking chat up. All I've got is side chat, and I never read side chat. Side chat is far too difficult to read. Editor. So while I'm setting this up, I'll just take a quick moment to complain about people who don't get what this is. I had someone comment, too much talking about yourselves. It was like, so you came to a stream that's my stream about me, and you're surprised that I talk about myself. I don't know what the fuck they expect. I mean, it's literally called a terrible stream for terrible people. It's not supposed to be good. And it's not supposed to be like the most in-depth thing that you've ever experienced where you will just learn the fucking meaning of existence, or that I'll ever fucking bother to interview anyone. I watched a video the other day about some I can't remember the exact topic, but a streamer was talking about someone and then they turned up in chat and then they decided to have a talk. This shit happens all the time. And then someone like commented on it, critiqued it, saying that it was a terrible interview. I'm like, it's a fucking, like, not down on streamers or anything like that. Lots of them are like really good at what they do. Lots of them are good at talking to people. But I wouldn't call it an interview. It just seems like if someone just turns up and you go, hey, let's have a chat, I would never count that as an interview. I think an interview is something that you plan.
Say that you were at the pub.
Yeah.
And you were chatting with your friends, and then someone came in, and you're like, oh, hi. And now it's an interview.
Yeah. It just seems, even if you're asking questions, like that doesn't make it an interview. I feel like an interview should be the teensiest bit more formal in order to be called an interview. I mean, a lot of the time...
Out of you. There you go.
A lot of the time, you get like you'll know what questions are coming up, so that you can have good answers. Like, and this is good for both sides. Like both the interviewer and interviewee. No one wants to ask someone a question, and they're so unprepared for it that they just got fucking nothing. So yeah, it was weird. But yeah. Hey, my whiskey just went missing. Where in the hells did it all go? I don't know. But this new whiskey that just appeared out of nowhere is lovely. Thank you. I mean, not thank you, but thank me, obviously.
Sad.
People complained that you talk about yourself on the stream. That's like watching John Wick and complaining that too many people got killed. My problem with John Wick is that it's too fucking boring. It's good, at least the first one, but it goes on way too fucking long. I don't know how long that movie is, but it feels like it's 4 hours. And like me and Mrs. Sick, we love a good action movie. But
I think it just dragged on. Like he
kills the guy that he's supposed to kill, and is like, okay, good, end the film, and then it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think it just, like, I've seen enough bang bang bang, slide, bang bang bang, hide, bang bang bang.
And it's annoying because people bang on about all the movies at saying how good they are, and they probably are, but I just can't be bothered to watch any more of them.
What is your favourite colour? I am not 6 years old, so...
Yeah, there's lots of colours
I have lots of favourite colours.
Whiskey colour, I mean,
Whiskey
okay,
colour.
Someone makes a fair point.
Brown.
No, it's gold.
Brown.
It's dun 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 dun.
What?
Someone will get it. Someone will get it.
No one gets it.
I haven't watched every single video, but do you have one on space? You know, where God is supposed to be. I don't think God is supposed to be in space. God is supposed to be in the sky. Space is way too far out for him. I have covered space in a variety of ways. Mostly in just how enormous I am. I'm not 6 years old either. My favourite colour is purple. I mean, fair play.
I like purple too.
I like purple.
I also like red and green and black.
Like
and brown
some of
and
my
white.
favourite colours are the electric purple of a Cadbury bar. I like crimson colours.
What,
I
red?
like yellows when they're juxtaposed against blacks. I like all sorts of colours. It depends on the context. I wouldn't want a house covered in purple or red or any of, like, no colour I am so into that I could cover everything in it, and I feel like kids could. And that's what makes a favourite colour a favourite colour. Maybe I'm just an arsehole. Okay, I am just an arsehole, but I also think that as a grown-up, you should be beyond favourite colours.
What is the capital of Assyria? No idea.
A.
I'm assuming it begins with an A.
You fucking read it!
No, Assyria is like a region.
Whatever. But that is always the answer. I will never not make that answer. Even if I know what the actual capital city, which is the question. Yellow, yuck. Small amounts of yellow can be very good. Plaid is my favourite colour. Fuck you, dick.
I like sunflower yellow's a nice yellow.
6 Caesar red door. He must have painted it black. Fuck you. Did anyone get my reference? I can't believe no one got the reference. I am so sad.
Yeah, because just going dun 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 dun.
I didn't just go dun 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 dun. I went dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
Someone.
I know Assyria doesn't exist anymore, but I have no idea what the capital was.
Still A.
I'm assuming it begins with an A.
No, the capital is A.
I'm looking it up now. It's bothering me.
The name is A, whatever the rest of the letters are. The capital is A.
Wait, it's apparently called a sewer.
So the capital of that is also A.
It's A. Yay.
Mission Impossibly Stupid. I mean, I think one was Nineveh. There was even a clue. I can't believe you people. I thought that you were smart. That's not true. It was golden brown. Fuck. You'd be kicking yourself. Dun 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 dun. Everyone should know it, for fuck's sake.
Told you.
If I said that it was a harpsichord? The fucking plucking piano.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a harpsichord.
Mm.
My dad used to have one. He had all sorts of weird instruments.
You need. It's smart. We watch your content. Come on, man. That's fair. That's fair. I always like it when someone accuses me of thinking I'm funny. And I'm like, I don't think I'm funny. I say things that I think are funny out loud. And then I put them into videos. There is no point at which me thinking that I am the funny. It's just other people find things I say amusing. Skin flute. That's everyone's favourite instrument. The harpsichord is cool. The harpsichord is weirdly cool. Even though it's like one of the fucking old weird instruments from forever ago. I thought the dun 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 was supposed to be Axel F. I don't even know what that is. Was it Tone Dun Deaf Beverly Hills? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's golden brown. I don't know why you can't get. Now you're just being
That
mean.
does sound nothing like golden brown.
I didn't do golden brown there. I did the fucking Axel Foley thing, the Beverly Hills Cop one. Yeah.
No, even before it didn't sound like it.
Funny, heck no. It's bad enough for the rest of us that he's the best at the sex thing. Now you wouldn't want me funny as well. What's golden brown? It's textured like sun.
It's textured like sun.
What's your name? What is your quest? What is your favourite colour? What is the capital of Assyria? I thought it was capital of Australia. I always thought it was capital of Australia. Now I need to know. Or it is, and they're just saying that because they think they're funny. And we already know that I am the funny one. What is your name? What is your quest? What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? It's Assyria! Oh my god, my life has been fucking ruined. I always thought it was Australia.
What? What are you looking up?
When the guy on the bridge says, what is your name? What is your quest? And the first one is, what is your favourite colour? And it's like super easy.
Right.
And then the second one comes up. And he goes, what is your name? What is your quest? What is the capital of? I always thought it was Australia. Oh, no.
I don't know. I'm not very familiar.
But it's, what is the capital of Assyria? Just, my whole world has been fucking shattered. You've got to understand. There is a golden brown version on YouTube played in quotes by Dave Brubeck. What the that's ominous. Is it farted by him? Is it
screamed?
Is it a European or an African song? I don't know that.
Everyone knows the capital of Australia.
Yeah, the capital of Australia is one of those that's why I thought it was in there, because the capital of Australia is one of those questions that people constantly get wrong because they think it's one place and then it's another. And I'm going to pretend that I know what it is. But yeah, I could just delete the rest of that. And
Sydney,
I can know that it's Canberra.
It's in Sydney, the only place in Australia.
Yeah, people think it's Sydney or Brisbane, but it's Canberra, which is a place no one has heard of, even if they're from Australia. Australians will back me up on this. I mean, they probably will. It'll be like, it's rock! I mean, the capital of Australia is clearly didgeridoo. I mean, that's how you spell Australia. You have to do it in the medium of didgeridoo. Either playing it or building letters out of it. Where is the capital of terrible? Yes. Brucetown, obviously. Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Australia.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell by the accent.
And the absolute classic Australian last name.
It's the Australian last name, the accent, the general look and attitude. Oh my god. I'll be back, mate. That's pretty good. Australia had not even been messed up by England at that point. That is fair. Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's beyond that movie for making fucking references beyond its time period. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with me thinking that he said it was Australia. Did I know that there is an r/Sirsic? I am a moderator of r/Sirsic. I don't know what that fucking means, but they made me one, and no one posts on it. So, yeah, it's kind of there. I don't fucking advertise it. It's not mine. I didn't make it. But they haven't done anything stupid. So I'm just like, yeah, I know that it exists. Austral, Australia, oh my god, I can't even say it. I'm not even going to bother. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorbike, bucko. I mean, that is accurate. I remember that bit of the film. Supposedly, there's a booth at the airport in Vienna for people who meant to fly to Australia. That seems What? That seems very unlikely. I mean, come on. Did you know boo is Aboriginal for to return a normal meringue? What? Oh, fuck, I just got that. Damn it. Mad now.
End stream.
Very upset. Also, you need your Vegemite. Vegemite.
Gross.
The poor man's Marmite.
Gross.
She hates them both, so it doesn't matter. Canberra, home of the Cambry egg-laying bunnies. What? The Cambry's eggs. Yes.
Do you remember your dreams ever? Yes.
Yeah.
My dreams are fucking weird.
I had a dream the other day. Can't fucking remember what it was, but I know I did. I remember them when I wake up. But most of the time, they're gone within moments.
A lot of my dreams are disaster dreams.
It's very, very annoying when it was a good one. Where I was like flying and shit. But yeah, most of the time...
That weird thing that happens with me as well, that I always dream in third person.
The only dream that I remember having, and I still remember to this day, is I dreamt that I spent all day making and editing a video. And then I woke up, and I had not done a day's worth of work.
Yeah, and then you had to go to work.
I was fucking furious. I've never been more angry at my own brain. And, like, my brain has done some really stupid shit to me in my life. But that was just completely unnecessary. Like, why? Just dreaming of doing a whole day's work. Fuck you. Kangaroo is Aboriginal and means, I don't know. Okay. Are people going to like this stream already? Or you will go to heaven when you die? That will teach you. Like the stream. You don't have to like the stream. I don't like the stream. And I'm in it.
Usually kind of flood tidal wave. I get a mixture of lots. Like, usually I will be like looking out the window from my house and it'd be flooded. And there'd be a huge storm going on, like a hurricane, and then there's like tornadoes coming down, and I can see people like screaming and drowning and stuff. But the weird thing is like, I'm really calm about it.
Yeah, she wouldn't be in real life. She'd be freaking the fuck out. If you ever dream about finding a toilet while needing a piss, don't go there. I have dreams about going to the toilet a lot. And in the dream, I'm like... Okay, I'm going for a piss, and I'm seeing the piss coming out, and I'm like, Christ, this is such an unsatisfying piss. It feels like I still need to piss. And then I'll leave, and I'll go, God, I still need a piss, and then I go and find another toilet. And sometimes it's about hunting toilets for hours and hours and hours and hours. And then I wake up and go, why didn't you just wake me up? I don't piss myself, thank fuck, but my body's not like, oh...
Oh, remembering things in third person. Yeah, I do that too. I thought that was normal.
I know she dreams in third person.
Yeah, do you remember things in third person as well?
No.
Oh.
No, I remember things...
Look, if I have a memory, it's in third person.
I don't even feel like it's in first person. It's just kind of there.
Yeah,
it's more like a floating camera.
Most of my feeling of memories is not really it's more just like flashes of what happened. But if I'm really trying to remember something, it's in third person.
Tonight I piss on the weapons drawer. Okay. I had a piss dream the other day, woke up soaking wet, but I wasn't because I'd actually pissed, it was because I was sweating super hard. I had to sleep on a towel.
Menopause.
You do keep telling yourself that.
It's menopause, that is.
I do wake up, especially the last couple of days, fucking drenched in sweat. And it is so...
Yeah, it's because it's warm, isn't it? You
Way
don't
too
you
warm.
don't handle the heat very well.
I am bad. Your house has windows. Stop bragging. My cardboard box doesn't even have a door. Yeah, we don't even have to pay windows taxes anymore. I can't fucking believe some of the bullshit they used to tax. I mean, people get mad about taxes today, but when you consider window taxes and people would brick up their windows so they didn't have to fucking pay taxes on them. Like, fuck off. It's a hole in my wall with glass in it. What? The whole point of taxes...
It's classed as a right now, a right to sunlight.
Yeah, basically is probably the main reason that you're allowed to do it without bullshit. Dreaming sometimes feels like a chore. Like I lay down for a nice rest. Next thing I know, I've got to build a go-kart with my middle school gym teacher. Dreams can be work, man, I tell you. I don't know, that sounds fucking sick. I would love... There's so many fucking things. Because we don't have a huge amount of space. So I would have so many hobbies if I lived in a really big house. If I lived in a mansion, there'd be a room for each particular hobby. And I would just fuck about. That would be great. That is like a dream.
I hate that idea.
Well, you wouldn't have to live with me.
You could be in your mansion, and I can be in my bedsit.
I had a dream where I was the Pope. I was so nervous that people would figure out that I'm not qualified to be the Pope. I don't know. Does it pay well? I'd at least get the chair and say, get them to bring in a gold chair, make you a gold chair. And then when they figure it out, you just point at the chair and say, oh, I brought that from home. That's my chair. And then you get a golden chair out of it. I can't see any downside to this situation. Does Windows tax go to Bill Gates? Fuck you. How dare you. Being human ain't easy. You have to live with the guilt of knowing that you're being one. Yes. You should all feel very guilty. Poll tax. I know you had to pay for polls. It was madness. If you had any supportive sort of beam structure in your home. That's what that was, and then nothing else. I'm not even joking. I've been sweating an abnormal amount recently. Started when I began weight training.
Oh,
okay.
It's probably changing your hormones.
Yeah. Is it happening? Are you basically finishing the weight training, go straight to bed? Because that's probably a big part of it. Maybe shower. Any misanthropes in the house? Or just anybody... oh shit, I can't think of the word. When someone doesn't give a fuck. Can't think of the word. My brain is
There's
just...
a word for that. I thought it was
know.
just not giving a fuck.
It's also a fire safety thing here. Not allowed to have a room with at least 2 ways of getting out. So a door and a window in most cases. That makes sense. Eat cheese before you sleep. Guaranteed to make you dream 100%.
No,
I mean, my dream
doesn't.
is to eat cheese before I sleep. I'll be honest. Pope pays quite well, 300k a year. But the funky hat you get is the main benefit. This is fair. This is 100%. I would do it for way less money for the hat. In fact, I just want the hat. Somebody get me a Pope hat. I deserve it. Had a dream where Monkey D. Luffy was somehow stuck in a Pokemon game. I mean, Monkey D. Luffy is effectively a Pokemon.
Nihilist is a little bit different from just simply.
No, nihilist is someone who just apathetic.
Apathy.
Yeah.
Nihilist is different.
All the apathists in the house say. There was a Danish band that made a DIY Pope ID on their webpage. Gave certain privileges like the Pope. Being the Pope, like free bar, at least on the ID. I mean, to be fair, what is a cobwobbler and why is it a good word? The modern UK window tax is the TV license. Well, it is and it isn't. Because you can have you don't pay the TV license for owning a television. You pay the TV license for watching and recording live broadcast TV, which we don't do, so we don't pay a TV license. because we don't have to. They want to fold it into our taxes, which I am thoroughly against. But other than that, like mostly because there's nothing on the BBC that I give a shit about.
I've heard people say like it's basically just a sports channel now.
Yeah. It's a great way to watch really, really live fucking sports. But then a lot of people, I mean, back in the day, it used to be watching live sports on the internet was like really hard. My good friend, he was always on all sorts of sketchy websites to try and watch the football. And I'm like, I would not trust those. They were horrible looking. Cirsic mitras would be. What is a mitra? Right.
Isn't that a
Okay.
mitre?
Time to agree. I work in a shop. $Q. I don't know what that means. And today in this heat, they tested the fucking heating by turning the heating on. What? Why would they do this? That's just have not working heating until you need it. Terrestrial television blows. Yeah, basically. I don't see any value in it these days. I literally watch 99% of whatever I watch on fucking YouTube. Oh, that's not true. I actually watch a decent amount of stuff on Plex, which is like, if you know what it is, you know what it is. It's my own private Netflix.
You have friends?
I have a friend.
Speaking of that, right? Because on the weekend you were down waiting for them to check the device thing you were trying to sell.
Yeah.
And you went to the pub, and you just started talking to people.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Sick was so confused by this concept. So yeah, on Saturday, I finally sold my Steam Deck. I traded it in so I could get a graphics card because the graphics card in my PC wouldn't work with the PSVR 2, blah, 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 blah. The long and the short of it is, I went to a town, I had to be there for 2 hours. This is a town I've been to many times, and it was fucking dead. But there is one pub that was available that I'd actually been in, and I was like, okay, I'll just go there. And some random guys were like doing a pub crawl, but they weren't local. So they were like, oh, what do you do in this town then? And I said, the best thing you can do when you come here is leave. Because there's nothing to do. There used to be tons of stuff. It used to be a great little town. It's basically dead. I watched 49% Sir Sick. Fair. But, yeah. This guy started talking to me. Started talking about whatever. And then it just... YouTube stuff came up. Didn't tell them who I am or what I do. But I did explain that you could make money doing it, which is fun. And they were like, oh my god, that's so interesting. And then they wandered off because they were pissed. Yeah, but then I told Mrs. Sick about it. It's like, you spoke to people? Oh, so did you know them? And I was like, no. They just started talking to me, so I talked to them back.
I find that really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I was fined for not renewing my no license required submission. It ran out while I was in hospital with a COVID stroke. I wasn't even home watching TV. Bollocks. So when it cut, like they can tell you they're gonna fine you. I don't do anything, and when they come to my door, I tell them to piss off. Like in not that direct a way, but
No, you just say we don't watch TV and you close the
we
door.
don't watch TV. Go away. Maybe get a real job. So the fact that you got fined is amazing to me. So you could definitely fight that and win. Because they can't prove shit. And if they want to try and prove shit, you tell them to piss off. You've had at least once run into someone who knew about your channel but didn't realise it was you. That must be so nice, lol. That's not strictly true. I don't think I mean, I know someone who knew who I was, who watches this kind of content. But it's like a family friend. I don't know if he started watching it because he knew I did, or he watched it and went, "Oh shit, that's him." But I talk to him about it sometimes. He's a lot younger. He's a lot younger than I am. He's in his 20s, so he's a baby to me. But yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever met me and been like, I assume that no one has been like, I recognize that voice. But yeah, I have no idea if anybody who's ever met me that I didn't already know watches the channel. That's all I can say. I know Creaky Blinders met people, but then he is quite fucking recognizable. So there's a good chance that just seeing him across the street would make someone go, "That's fucking Creaky Blinder, that is." Whereas me, I'm just
one of the ones is I have seen somebody in one of your shirts.
Have you?
Yeah.
IRL?
Yeah. That was weird.
And what did you do?
I walked past them because I was doing.
You should have gone, ugh, you watch that cunt. That'd have been fucking hilarious.
I don't talk to people. Like we've established, I don't go to a pub and talk to people.
So, you have met someone. Well, you've not met. You have physically seen a human being in the real world.
Yeah.
Who is into my content.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah, that was very weird. It was very surreal.
Was it the one t-shirt, or was it just a...
It was the handsome famous one.
Yeah, okay. That's a good t-shirt. You really need to... I keep saying it. You've got to understand just how fucking unmotivated I am. I want to fix the merch store, but... Yeah, and that's about it. That's all I got. I really should do it. That's ADHD for you, baby. I have lots and lots of jobs that I need to do. There you go. And there's I say real money. Like, it's not a huge amount of money. It's probably like $1,000 a year that it was making before. I don't know if it would make more now, but like, it's nothing to sniff at, but it's also not like the main part of my income by any stretch of the imagination. I should do it. I'm just so bad. In Soviet Union, whiskey drinks you. I always wear my handsome, famous, and good at the sex shirt to the bar. That's only because it's true. Don't you have kids? Why aren't they doing it? Running my merch store? They're 11. And as much as I love my children and I trust them implicitly, I don't trust them with any business matters. And also, I don't make family work for me.
Don't work with family. We've
I
both
will
learned
never,
that lesson.
ever make my kids work for me. Because it is inevitable that you will be a shit. And I don't want to be a shit to my kids. So I'm just... I mean, maybe because I'm aware that having your kids work for you makes you more likely to treat them poorly, and then I wouldn't do that, but I just don't want to take the fucking risk.
Send them to the mines.
Yeah. I'd rather have someone else exploit their labor. I hope that they grow up and do something that makes them happy, not what I do. Unless what I do makes them happy. I mean, they can't have my job, it's mine.
Merch mines.
Go dig out some shirts.
The children yearn for the mines.
They actually like it, they enjoy it. And God, stopping them from, like,
oh my God.
You get those fucking things where people from A Million Go Ages are complaining about children being lazy. And it's like, oh, but their tiny little fingers fit inside the machinery. I'm like, oh my God. No, just design something that does that, you fucking monsters.
Well, yeah, they tidy their room.
Like
that's their responsibility, 'cause it's their mess. It's not their work when it's six work.
I'm not talking about fucking housework. I mean, working for me. As in, gainfully employed by me. Not that... Fuck me. I mean... When we first had the conversation about that, and one of them's not super proud of it as they got older. But when we started explaining that they had to clean their own room, including taking shit out of their room and putting it in the bin, and they went, "So I'm a maid." Oh, I'm going to be bringing that up when they're fucking 18. Oh my god. So I had to have a long conversation about how that was fucking inaccurate. Cleaning up after yourself is in fact not being a maid. If someone douses someone in water during war, is that considered chemical warfare? Water is a chemical by definition. This has caused an argument. I mean, if you shoot them, it's also chemical warfare. If you do anything.
If you breathe near them.
I mean, I could see how it started an argument. But considering that everything is chemicals, it's one of the things that annoys the piss out of me when people complain that something has chemicals in it, and I'm like, as opposed to what? Oh, I really hate it when people retract their messages, because I'm like, I bet it was a good one, or they fucked up and I could have made fun of them. Damn it. Child labour, are we talking Roblox here? We early days of Roblox, we let them play a bit, and then I started seeing all the shit about Roblox. I'm like, do you know what? I'm banning Roblox from the house.
Yeah, we basically started.
Yeah.
Just like letting them play things on Steam.
It
instead.
seemed cute at the time. Now they have the fucking any of you who has a Steam library, and anybody you care about, Steam, the game library on PC, you can now basically build your own Game Pass. If you get like a few people together and potentially your kids. I have like 3,000 plus games on Steam because I used to buy fucking I say I used to buy, I still do buy bundles, but I also, you know, I just like games. I have a lot of games. I have people send me games because I have fucking famous. So, you know, loads and loads of games. I can now add the kids to my account and they can just play any game that I own. So now whenever it used to be, I had to buy a game for each individual person. But now if anybody wants to play a particular game, they check my library first. And if I don't have it, I can just buy it. And then everybody in the house can play it. That's kind of what's happened with Supermarket Simulator. Because Mrs. Sick wanted it, so I bought it for myself. She's been playing the shit out of it. The kids will play it as well. With me and Mrs. Sick bought Power World for ourselves before this became a thing. We played the shit out of it, and then this thing happened, and now the kids play it all the time. So it's actually worked out brilliant value. So that's a thing you can do. I can't remember why that came up. Treat people... Oh, the fucking rule of acquisition. 111. Treat people in debt like family. Exploit them. I said, I'm okay with kids doing dangerous jobs because you can always have more if you break one, and then you get to stay healthy while earning cash. Fuck. But yeah, so our kids just play proper games. Neither of us like free-to-play things.
We don't play with fans things. We're introverts.
Oh, do you ever play games on Steam with fans? If so, how would I get on the list? Yeah, I just don't. I don't play games with almost anyone else. I am very much a single player. If I'm going to play something, it's either going to be with Mrs. Sick, with the kids, or with my one friend. Maybe my brother. And that's enough for me. I have been asked perpetually to play a game called Blood on the Clock Tower with Mrs. Sick and her expanding group of friends. And I said no. And I've said no many, many times. And it only took about 2 months, but they eventually stopped asking. So that was nice. But yeah, so...
they've started to say they don't want you anymore.
Good. If I ever went, do you know what, I fancy playing it, they'd all fall over themselves.
Last week they said, I asked the kids if they wanted to play. And then they said, but don't invite Sick, he's not invited.
He's not invited anymore. He's not a friend. Yeah, no. That was my first super chat, and it was to settle an argument. Money well spent. Well, because I said everything is chemicals, including bullets. I mean, I'm not wrong. Find the lie. Game to try is Eat the Rich Black Friday Simulator if you like shopping simulator. Is it good though? Like, we prefer good games. We ended up playing because it turned out that I owned. That's the other thing. You have to have one copy each if you want to play multiplayer. So because I own so many games, the other one we can do, and we did it with Power Wash Simulator, is that I just buy a copy for Mrs. Sick. And we'll play that together, and then eventually the kids will play.
We've played It Takes Two. That was pretty good.
It Takes Two.
Like it
was good, but it's too fucking long.
It wasn't like it. Like visually, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, and it wouldn't stop.
Yeah, it's just like after a bit, it's just like, oh, there's more of it. Oh, and there's more, and there's more.
Yeah, when it comes to multiplayer games, we tend to like stuff we can kind of dip into. Although I've gotten to a point, I can't really do survival crafting anymore, because there's just I'll like it for like an hour and a half, and then I'll get really fucking sick of it, and I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen here. This is gonna be fucking hours and hours of the same shit, and I'm just not that interested. You're our friend. I am your acquaintance at best. Do not get parasocial with me, because I'm not very social at all. What about A Way Out? That keeps getting advertised on Steam. I'd consider it. It's by the same people, isn't it? Found a site with all the classic games from way back when. Could still remember all of the steps in Day of the Tentacle. I mean, I just like own most of the games from way back when that I like. Also, I have a massive collection of ambiguously attained files for old games.
You're not their friend. You're the court jester.
You're our court jester. That's fair. I'm the funny man that you poke with. I'm more of a performing monkey than anything else. Do you miss making the atheist content that I used to love of yours? I don't know what that means.
He still makes atheist content.
I make 2 atheist videos a month, as like, because it makes a nice line of videos. If I have my Steam, my YouTube up, and I make it so that the thumbnails are 4 across, then you'll see that there's a big long line of atheist content that will go across one bit of the thing, and it makes me happy. So I've been doing that for a very long time now. Sir Sick and Miss Six should play chain together. It would be amazing to watch. Yeah, she wouldn't like that, because I would be annoying.
I also have a fear of heights, so anytime I drop, my knees would start shaking.
Yeah. I'm also what's the word? Better than her at most games. And she knows this, and she'd get very annoyed at me.
I am absolutely horrendous at platforming.
Yeah. So. Anything that requires like precision and speed, she's not super amazing at, and she doesn't find that fun. I really want her to play Hotline Miami, and she won't.
My biggest problem with platforming things as well is because I lack the depth perception in it, it's really difficult to place jumps and stuff, so I'm not very good at it.
Is Kent Hovind still in jail? I have no idea. It's like a fucking revolving door for that place with him. Did you have the ColecoVision? I am not that old. I had a Commodore 64, and it was my dad's. And he had the modem. And then he gave it away like a fucking psychopath. I was very sad. And then see, he was smart, and then he wasn't. He had a Commodore 64, which we had shitloads of copied games for. And then I got a SNES, and I had like 3. And Killer Instinct.
Play Factorio together. Fun, but we'll never see you again.
We've played Satisfactory together. Satisfactory is more fun than most survival crafting. Because of its just the wild bigness of it. Like the space elevator is just mental to just from a spectacle standpoint. But it's one of those games that if you stop playing it, it's very, very difficult to get back into. I don't have the energy to get back into that game. There's an Amiga 1000 remake underway. Have the C64 Mini already, and it's great fun. I have many times considered buying myself the C64 Mini. But I probably shouldn't. Although I have been quite good at selling things recently. So maybe if I sell enough things, Mrs. Sick won't get mad at me. Satisfactory is the devil if you have OCD, though. Yeah, like, we try to make fairly efficient
Depends on the type of OCD you have, though.
I assume they mean perfectly efficient factories. Otherwise, it looks like shit. Or if you put a bunch of stuff together and then one of them doesn't quite fit, that's probably absolutely driving you crazy.
That's more OCPD than OCD, though.
Have you tried Overcooked? Yes. Did we play it with the kids? Or
yes,
is it
we
just
played
you
it
and
with the kids. They were like...
Oh, they got really stressed out, didn't they?
Yeah, they really didn't like the timer on it and stuff.
Plus, you know, they were kids, so they sucked. They'd probably be better now. Yeah. They absolutely fucking annihilated us at that spider one.
Spider Heck.
Spider Heck. My God.
They're so good at it.
I mean, I know that I could get as good and, let's say, probably better, because I am good at games. Like, the games that I'm good at, I completely fucking trash them at.
I just like things to relax when I'm playing games.
If they've played a game more than me, I usually don't have much chance of catching up. And it kind of feels like I can't be bothered to catch up. Got back into Doom 3 last night and got murdered by an archvile with 10 seconds of loading my last save. Then I got murdered by a Hell Knight. Doom 3's fine. I think the newer Dooms, Doom 2016 and Eternal, are just more fun.
I tried playing Overcooked with my niece and nephew. It's really stressful. Tried to beat the game, but they're only interested in setting everything on fire.
Yeah, but isn't that how food works? The girls, they enjoyed the one where you move out. It might even be called Moving Out. I can't fucking remember. But because it's a little less... Like, Overcooked is, like, really, really
It's like working
brutal.
in a kitchen.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense. It is supposed to be stressful. You're supposed to start swearing at each other. All my old game consoles were left in my attic at my mum's. My brother just threw them all in a skip when she died. Games and all. Wow. I don't know how you feel about your brother. I think your brother's a dick. What a... Did you have no opportunity? Did he like immediately do it? Didn't like phone you up and say, "Hey, I found all this shit that's yours. Do you want it?" What? And it's so unnecessarily stupid. I mean, I get it, but there are like my mum used to do this thing. You could hire her, and you didn't hire her. She basically just took your stuff and sold it. So at least it had. But people who didn't want to clear out their place themselves, basically she would the pay was whatever she found she could keep. Most of it was garbage, obviously. And she did that for a few people and they were very happy with the results. And yeah, so there are people that you can ask to clear things out for you without just throwing away years and years of history. What a fucking ridiculous thing to do. Has the Demon Hunter guy made any more videos to make fun of? Are you talking about Bob Larson? Probably. He says a lot of stupid shit. You should introduce them to Kill It With Fire. I have Kill It With Fire. That was one of the games I got sent for free.
Oh no, that's the one with the spiders in
There's
it.
There's a VR version as well.
No.
My older brother did the same
what
thing,
was
but
the
he
plan?
kept... Oh, my older brother did the same thing, but he kept all of his childhood stuff.
Wow.
Bob Larson is dead. Oh. I feels unlikely, because last time I saw him, he just... Not to speak ill of the dead, but he looks like... When he was alive, he looked like a fucking ghoul. Bob Larson... Would he have a Wikipedia? Yeah. Is a... I don't see any fucking pictures of him. Evangelist BobLarson.org. Yeah, that's the same Bob.
He's still alive.
Yeah.
He's 80 years old.
Apparently not. I don't think that man's ever gonna die.
He's powered by demons.
Exactly. He made a deal with the devil. Why do you think he's so pissed? Quick, get a Luigi board. Fuck you. You need the Waluigi board to get Bob Larson.
I recently found out that Bob Larson was a big player in the Satanic Panic. What a dick. Oh, God.
Oh, of course he was.
Yeah.
Of course he fucking was. And he does video games are evil shit and all sorts of other shit. Bob Larson is pickled at this point. It would not surprise me if he slept in Tupperware. Yeah, there's no death date for Bob Larson. I think he might still be alive. I think you might have just seen a picture of him and assumed. He might be dead and they've just not updated the fucking thing. But people are usually... If someone has a Wikipedia, people are usually up on it. Although it has no pictures of him, which is really fucking weird. So I don't know what to tell you.
What the fuck?
If you Google and go to the news tab, there's a few articles about him dying. Bob Larson will outlive plastics. My God. Yeah, maybe he's dead and we just don't know. But Bob Larson.
It could be a different Bob Larson, though. That's the thing.
$3 years ago. Well, okay, I see something from 3 years ago. What about... I'm sure he's made videos since then. Unless they're just... Oh, God, it could be worse.
It was a Lieutenant Colonel Bob Larson from the Marine Corps who died.
Bob Larson, The Real Exorcist. Videos. 1 day ago. Getting demons by unaware circumstances.
Yeah,
I mean...
It's probably a different Bob Larson.
Yeah. I would put money on it's a different person. Either that or he's still making videos from hell.
God damn it, dude.
I don't believe in not making fun of the dead. What are they going to do? Fucking no one cares. And the people who do care, like, if they're an arsehole... yeah. There are definitely going to be people who speak ill of me. At least, if you're going to speak ill of the dead, make sure it's really funny. Like, my favourite thing about celebrity deaths is the speed at which all the jokes come out.
I swear, I swear people have memes lined up.
Yeah, the only thing I can think is that people... There are basically... You have, like, end of the world preppers... And then you have people
Obituary
preppers who are ready for when that one person dies, and they're like, "Oh, I've got them all. I got millions of the fucking things." It's really funny. In Soviet In Soviet Russia, dead speak ill of you. Must crush capitalism. Whitewashing people after they have died is a major pet peeve of mine. Yeah, shitty people. Shitty people who did shitty things. I'm like, well, let's not mention all the shitty things they did. I was like, no, let's talk about their shittiness and remind everybody why no one cares they're dead. And the only reason that you'd go to their funeral is to make sure. Like, it would make a lot of sense if he was hell streaming. Dude knew them all by name, apparently. I'm here with my boy, Lilith. Chess cheese or Rubik's Lament configuration game on Egypt. What the fuck are you talking about? Like me, Sir Sick. Are you saying people turning up to my funeral to make sure I'm dead?
Yeah, I know obituaries are like written ahead of time because a lot of the time that they have to go hunting for details about people.
Obituaries, but just like, do you think the same people who pre-write obituaries also pre-write the jokes? Same people. That'd be fucking hysterical.
It's like, oh, they were beloved. I'm so sorry they died, and then memes.
Went to DFS over the weekend and left a deposit on a new bed. They said they could wipe it off, but I'm not allowed back. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can't wipe shit off of a bed, especially one that doesn't have anything like protective layers. If only Americans knew about Jimmy Savile. I know plenty of Americans who know who Jimmy Savile is. They didn't know who he was, and then the internet let them know. Jimmy Savile is very famously a shithead. If he actually dies and goes to hell, he will basically be the Doomslayer. No, because does he look competent to you?
The Doomslayer's cool though.
Doomslayer is cool as fuck.
And
also,
badass.
Doomslayer doesn't die and go to hell. Doomslayer gets very angry and decides to go to hell. He busts into hell. Most people try to break out of it. The Doomslayer does not give a shit. And as much as it's a little bit cringe that they try to make him like, oh, it's so cool and amazing, but he also kind of is the Poonslayer. Fuck you, John Smith. Doomslayer can correctly identify what is a demon, though. I mean, if he ever met Bob Larson. What will happen to Sir Sick Whiskey Stash when he passes away? What do you think I'll have died of? I'm so old I can call the Doomslayer Doomguy. I mean, that is his actual name. He is just Doomguy. Also, there's someone else who's named after the fucking way they drew him, which is always one of my favourites. Guybrush Threepwood.
Does anyone else search cemeteries for their own name on a tombstone? Just me. I don't actively do it, but if I'm going through a cemetery, I do that.
I have never looked for my own fucking future grave or some shit like that. Bob Larson, Constantine, just not the same. I mean, Constantine's done some really fucked up shit, and then there's Bob Larson, who is just a horrible fucking shill. Not a shill. He's a con artist. That's what he is.
I was going to say thief, but yeah, that works.
He is con man. Right. I love Doomguy a lot more when he was just some space marine and was just so angry he could destroy hell with his rage. Turning him into some kind of actual divine figure ruined him for me. I mean, I just try not to take shit like that seriously. It's still fun. Anyway. Right. It's over 22. 10. It's past 10. At least in our time. I have to go do some stuff. So, yeah. Thank you for coming. All over the place. I mean here. Either or. I don't care. And we'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.